Where can painful tears lead us to? Good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, the 30th of January 2022. My name is Reverend David Ibiayo, and these are my thoughts. When people receive good news, they tend to react in different ways. And one of the ways that tend to catch the attention of others is when people cry as a result of the good news they received. And of course, they are tears of joy. Will it not be great if we all went through life feeling joyful? Of course, it will be great. But the truth of the matter is that we eventually experience some difficult times, challenges, and also disappointment. And this can cause us to have painful tears. People respond to their painful tears in different ways. We read the following in Psalm 77 verse 1. I cried out to God for help. I cried out to God to hear me. When I was in distress, I sought the Lord. At night, I stretched out untiring hands, and my soul refused to be comforted. In the case of the psalmist, he reached out to God when he was in distress and also experiencing painful tears. But despite reaching out, he said his soul refused to be comforted. Does it mean that God could not comfort him? Not so. The fact that he could turn to God, that was comfort in itself. He had an outlet. He was able to take his pain to God. But as you know, pain is like an object on fire. The fire eventually goes out with time. So, having turned to God for comfort, his pain did not disappear immediately, but eased with time. Do you remember the following sentence from the Bible in Psalm 30 verse 5? It reads like this: Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. We have people who are presently experiencing painful tears, and they shut themselves away from everyone. They choose not to reach out to anyone. And the more they keep to themselves, they have no one to come around them, to empathize with them, or just to keep them company. And with time, their painful tears can lead to depression and even worse. Some have taken their lives as they could no longer cope with the reality they are faced with, which has caused them to be in distress. We all need an outlet to deal with the difficulties, challenges, and disappointment that might come our way. Because if we don't have a positive outlet of dealing with them, we can easily be swept away. The psalmist had God as his outlet. Hence, he could say the following in Psalm 86, verses 6 and 7. It reads like this: Hear my prayer, O Lord. Listen to my cry for mercy. In the day of my trouble, I will call to you, for you will answer me. Knowing that you have support will give you the strength you need to cope, not if, but when you are faced with a difficult situation. We put our trust in God, to whom we can always go to in prayers, and we also pray that the good friendships and relationships we have will also come in handy for us. Always remember this: God will use people to come to your aid. So make sure you don't put people off with your conduct. May we never be left helpless in our day of trouble. Take care, keep safe, and remain blessed. Amen.